Hey everyone, Radio Joel here, and I'm back with a brand new episode where I give you my on-the-go reviews of the top 3 comics from my pull list this week. Now, before you get all upset and start yelling at me why I didn't include a title like Thor this week, it's not because it wasn't epic and absolutely amazing, it's just because it's not on my weekly pull list. So here's what I did choose this week. I chose Batman number 43, the conclusion to Everyone Loves Ivy. I also chose an action-packed Damage number 3, and I chose Thanos number 17, because this story's been nothing but straight fire from the beginning, and that includes before Cosmic Ghost Rider and Silver Surfer arrived on the scene. So I'm going to start there, with Thanos 17 as my top pick this week, and I'm going to slap a 9 out of 10 rating on it. We pick up this chapter with King Thanos, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Thanos about to take on a Mjolnir-wielding Silver Surfer. And immediately, the badass King Thanos knows what he's going to use to kill the Herald. All-out war erupts, and in their battle, the temple that King Thanos had built for Lady Death gets destroyed, and the Cosmic Ghost Rider gets his head caved in. What the Surfer didn't realize, though, was that in destroying the temple, he let out King Thanos' pet, the Hulk. But he's able to calm the Hulk down and bring him back to Bruce Banner for likely the first time in millennia. Thanos then confronts the two of them as King Thanos stabs them from behind and finishes the job with the hammer just like he said he would, effectively ending all life in the universe and making himself worthy of Lady Death. This Thanos story from start to finish has been amazing, and this chapter was no exception. There was a brief moment during this chapter where I thought that Lady Death was going to snub King Thanos at the end, but I'm really glad that she didn't, and I bet that we find out that Cosmic Ghost Rider is still alive in Thanos 18. My next pick this week is the emotional roller coaster that is Batman, and Everyone Loves Ivy Part 3. I'm going ahead and giving this title an 8 out of 10, as Tom King does an excellent job showing that you don't need endless action and destruction to tell a great story. What he does, though, is he uses relationships and gains sympathy in a really effective way to really make you feel for Ivy, and the emotion in this entire arc really sets up well for the upcoming Bat-Cat wedding. So, in this chapter, we watch Ivy have a conversation with both Bruce and Selina in separate locations at the same time. She's explaining to Selina how young she was when she killed for the Riddler, and to Bruce how her actions are saving the world. But Bruce and Selina offer her a way out of this mess that she's gotten herself into. They offer her help. They offer her Harley Quinn. This conversation about Harley distracts Ivy long enough for Selina to knock her out with a swift kick. While she's down, Bruce snaps Harley out of the trance she's in and brings her to Ivy. Harley's relationship with Ivy brings her back to the good side, and Bruce reveals that it was the Riddler who murdered the men that Ivy was blaming herself for, allowing her to start the healing process. Rounding out my top 3 this week, it's Damage 3, the conclusion to Out of Control. After a quick flashback to some of his early missions with the military, and a reminder that Ethan has no memory of what he does when he's Damage, we're taken right back to the action where Damage and Wonder Woman are doing battle as his timer's winding down. Each time she thinks she's got him, he slams her, and only when she gets Damage in the lasso of truth does she realize that there's a man under there, and at that moment, Damage and Ethan also become aware of each other. Damage gets out of the lasso, smashes Wonder Woman into a building, and is gone just before his timer runs out. After he disappears, Colonel Jonas calls Amanda Waller to rub in the ineffectiveness of the Suicide Squad, and Waller commissions her new hit squad to bring in Damage. Then, we're taken to the Batcave, where we find out it's time for the Justice League to get involved. As readers, we're still unsure of why Ethan is on the run and what he knows about his time in the military. But with the Justice League getting involved, it's going to be really interesting, and I think it's going to be very fast-paced, high-octane action, but I think it's going to be a slow burn on the reveal of what happened to Ethan. I'm okay with that, and I'm giving this chapter a 7 out of 10. That's all for this episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Radio Joel. Go follow me on Instagram at RadioJoel and hit that subscribe button to be the first to know when new content drops.